All right. All right, we're live, I think. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, we're live. All right. So if you're watching this after the fact, I'll go ahead and put a little time stamp down below on when the stream actually starts. And then, that way you're not wasting your time, watching 5 minutes of nothing. But essentially today we're going to talk a little bit about a couple things. Just the crypto market in general, an article that I found quite interesting, and that I'll give my little discussions on. And YFI, dude, YFI, YFI has been taking a dip, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. But let's just go straight into things. So, just market in general. Bitcoin 10.6 today, 10,660 bucks. It's actually only up 1% in the day. And if we're taking a look at the chart here, you know what? It's been struggling a little bit. Bitcoin been taking a hit, been taking a blow here, blow there. Let's take just taking a look at the 7 day. I mean, in all reality, the dip itself, it was thick. It was a thick dip, right? I mean, we went all the way from 10.8 back in, honestly, wasn't that too far ago. Well, I actually, yeah, back in a couple days ago, really 3 days ago. Uh 10.8 all the way down to 10.4, 10.6 all the way down to 10 no, yeah, then all the way back up to 10.6, then back down to 10.4. And we've been kind of trending back upwards ever since. And you know what, man? Like at the end of the day, and let's take a look at the monthly as well, because we definitely dropped from 12, and that was even back. Yeah, that was a little back. That was a little bit farther back too, actually. Here we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. So yeah, we'd hit 12K back in the beginning of September, and it kind of just dumped all the way down to 10.1. Actually almost for a week. You know, I feel like that week must have been pretty brutal. I don't remember it, but I'm glad I don't. Um, but again, if you've been in the game for a bit, if you're familiar with how the markets more or less kind of work, then you'll know, for the most part that this stuff happens, right? Bitcoin tends to operate on a quad yearly cycle where, once the halving happens, pretty much, I mean, I don't want to say right away, but just a couple of months later is usually when stuff starts to go up again. And this is kind of how it is, right? Long term, these little dips really aren't much. I mean, don't get me wrong. 2K, the $2,000 dip it's thick. It's a thick one. But at the same time, dude, think of it like a macro level, right? Like it's macro, like bigger, like big picture type stuff, right? Taking a look at year to date, let's just take a look at that, right? Bitcoin had dipped all the way down to, I think it was at 3,000, right? And well, on here it's showing five, but like if you were quick enough, you would have got it, I think at like 3,900. Not 3,000, but the 3,900 is the number I saw. So if you're quick enough, you could have bought that up and still been honestly double. And this is on Bitcoin, right? The most known currency, cryptocurrency. So yeah, relatively that's pretty good odds. But that being said, I think Bitcoin is going to do its thing. Oh, oopsies. I think Bitcoin's going to do its thing for the next, like month or so. In terms of like crashing back down, I would say, and I've seen other people saying this too, like unless it goes back down below like 10K, like in the $9,000 region. I mean, like I'll be honest, I'm not buying any more Bitcoin specifically, right? Like altcoins for sure, altcoins all day. I mean, altcoins are down quite a bit too, a lot more than Bitcoin. I mean, please. Especially some of the ones that have been like just pumping these past couple months. They're correcting, bro. They're correcting because they were alt season was in full effect, to be honest with you. So everything's correcting a little bit, and that's all it really is at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned. So strap in, Brett. Strap in, prepare for the ride. All right, because we only hodl and buying the dips. That's all we do here, right? That's all we do. We don't sell. Um, as dumb as that may sound, but anyways, just a little market recap for Bitcoin. At the end of the day, Bitcoin is the market mover. We'll go into other prices as well, but I did want to touch on this little article I found very interesting, and I'll just give my 2 cents on it at some point as well. But essentially, Bitcoin use in Egypt itself has actually risen quite a bit, especially during their economic recession that they've recently had. And this is really mainly due to COVID-19. I mean, again, wherever you live, I'm sure that COVID has had a big impact on the economies. I'm over here in New York, in the US. So, yeah, you could definitely say that it had a pretty big impact, especially back in March. Now, we'll kind of just be going through some of this stuff, and I'll kind of sprinkle in my little tidbits here. But I had like a little driving home factor that I wanted to talk about at the end. So, as the COVID-19 pandemic pushed the Egyptian economy into recession and deepening unemployment, more and more Egyptians see the benefit of trading and mining Bitcoin as an alternative source of income. Mining. Oh, okay, I don't know about mining, but trading, sure. Yeah, buying it, sure. According to Al Monita, many Egyptians, particularly young people, are interested in cryptocurrencies. Oh, I'm about to butcher this man's name so hard. Wilanaz, an economist and financial advisor to several investment institutions in Egypt, said many young Egyptians started investing in small amounts despite the increase in the value of the Bitcoin. They started mining Satoshis. Okay, they started mining Satoshis, which is 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. And on a daily basis, they are making profits of 4% to 5% from the difference between buying rates during the time of demand during the timing of demand and decline, and selling rates at the time of peak demand, besides some quarterly or yearly profits from unexpected hikes in Bitcoin rates. So essentially, it seems like the main profits are coming from the actual trading of it, not really the mining of it, because I can't see like any. Okay, for example, I'm 23, right? I don't know if you consider. Okay, oh my God, my mouth. I don't know if you consider me a youngster or not, but um, dude, like someone my age in Egypt probably does not have enough money to be mining Bitcoin at a profitable level. You like need like a machine for that, like a rig, like not even a rig, like a fully suited robot, you know. So no shot. I think trading is probably where they're making most of their money. But unemployment in Egypt jumped from 7.7% during the first quarter of 2020 to 9.6% during the second quarter. Honestly, not that. It's honestly not that much comparably to at least the U.S. During the second quarter, meaning more than half a million Egyptians have lost their jobs. Recent numbers from the Egyptian Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics said that Bitcoin trading then looks very attractive. Um, I guess maybe I don't know if they said. I, don't know, I think that's what they said. Bitcoin, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin trading, altcoin trading. I'd be careful with altcoin trading. I don't know if they're doing that. I'm sure they are. But like, dude, altcoins are so volatile. I would not want to trade any of that. Like none of it. Anyways, Mohammed Abd uh, Al Basir, a Bitcoin miner and member of the Bitcoin Egypt community, okay. Said other factors also made it easier for people to turn towards Bitcoin. He said the move to work from home, reducing work hours, and new curfews encouraged many Egyptians to invest in Bitcoin in their spare time, of course. He estimates more than 16,000 Egyptians have joined the Bitcoin Egypt community. That's awesome. However, he noted this number could be as higher as people may teach their friends and family how to invest in cryptocurrencies. Okay. But while more Egyptians become interested in mining and trading cryptocurrencies, many are concerned that people could be targeted and accused of fraud without proper legislation. A law clarifying what activities can be considered legal or not around cryptocurrencies could come soon, according to the experts. Okay, so it looks like Egypt doesn't even have any laws surrounding crypto just yet, which is kind of surprising. Um, Interesting, very interesting. Well, the main reason why I wanted to touch on this article, because to be honest with you, I mean, unless you're from Egypt, you're probably not going to care about this. It's really just because I like comparing like different regions, different countries, and whatnot to like where I live. So New York, right, or even just America, the U.S. I feel that people in the U.S. don't really need to know about cryptocurrencies. Don't get me wrong, I mean, a lot of people do, especially like the younger generation, of course. But you'd be surprised at the amount of people that I mean, the amount of people that don't know about or crypto at all, like Bitcoin even. Like, I've gone around and asked people, and I would say more times than not, people have told me like they have no idea what the hell I'm talking about when I say Bitcoin. I don't know, they just they can't speak to it because they have no idea what it is. And to me, it's just because they don't need to know what it is, right? Like, people in different countries, depending on the situation that they're in, whether they're impoverished, whether they're, whether they need to make ends meet at the end of the day or don't. I find that a lot of people from different countries, like, do tend to know about crypto or tend to need to know more about crypto, whether it be because of the economic gain or value that they may get from it, or even the, what do you call it? Like the freedom that it gives you, right? Again, dude, I mean, like back when back a couple months ago in China, I remember seeing one of Box Mining's videos, and he was even saying, dude, that like there were people in China that had to use cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, to transfer their wealth over with them from China to somewhere else because for some reason they weren't letting them take their money out of the country, right? So again, it's honestly it's the best way to transfer to bring your money with you, right? Just bring it literally like a little in a private key, like in a piece of paper in your wallet, or in your suitcase or whatever, instead of bringing boatload of cash and them seizing that. You know what I mean? So I would say for the most part, it's just interesting to see articles like this because like I like to see like the adoption of crypto, right? Like to me, it's not really more like don't get me wrong, I have my biases on the type of cryptos that I like and all that stuff, but like it's cool. It's really cool to see like the type of people that are getting interested in crypto, right? From where they're from, their age, the demographic, all that stuff. It's really cool to me. And yeah, man, I mean, especially this coming year, like I can't imagine all the new people that are going to get involved in crypto, right? Like, and many of the young people, of course, I'm sure, but even like I find it very interesting when people of like an older generation get involved, right? Like, I have a couple of uncles who know quite a bit about crypto, um, and I would say from their perspective, at the end of the day. I mean, listen, for me too, it's a lot about the money. It's a lot about the monetary value that you could potentially get from it. But they're honestly interested in the technology that it brings. And to me, that's cool, man. Like I like to see people that's interested in that stuff because I'll tell you, it helps you a lot when the market is down that you're interested in the actual technology. Because if you're not, and you see those coins going down, man, you just ooh, this shit hurts. So, anyways, I thought I'd just speak on that a little bit. Really cool article. Thank you. I don't want to say your name. I'm going to butcher it. Mr. Hashim. Thank you. Secondly, today I did want to talk about Yearn Finance, YFI. Now, as of the making of this video, currently, YFI actually isn't down that much. I mean, it's $19,000. Last I checked, it was like 30, but that was quite some time ago. But I did want to talk a little bit about this today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart real quick. And you'll see, actually, yeah, I mean, that shit hit 42,000. Wow, in September. Pretty much halved all the way back down to here. So YFI, Yearn Finance, right? Yearn.finance. So if you're unfamiliar with what it is, it's essentially a it's like a yield aggregating service, or a yield aggregating protocol on Ethereum. Let me see. Let me see if I can go. Oh, here we go. The website. Okay, here we go. Right. There's a bunch of different things that you can do. You can either earn by staking, technically. You can move your funds around between, again, as you can see, like lending providers such as Compound, Aave, DYDX. You can do this to get into what do you call the yield farm, like liquidity mining, I think is what they call it. Get covered with Nexus Mutual from okay, and you can see a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, these guys like YFI it's pretty interesting. Don't get me wrong, like it's dumb complicated if you don't do it, if you're not used to yield farming. But it was pretty much when all that stuff was going crazy. What's going on, Austin? What's going on, Austin? I see you there, bro. I see you there. It was really big when yield farming was kind of kicking off, right? And that was honestly almost like a month ago. Like it wasn't even that long ago, but stuff moves pretty quick in quick crypto. But why am I talking about Wi-Fi today? Well, it was actually down quite a bit. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So it went down from 19K all the way down to 16K. It was like about a 17% dip, and people on Twitter were losing it. I think because most people saw the price when it went to 42, and then they're looking now and it's like 16. And I tweeted about it actually at some point. Let me go ahead and put this down here. I'll respond to you later, bro. I'm sorry. Let's take a look here. Because I was saying, here we go. All right. So I said on Twitter, how many how many crypto Twitter people shilled this to you and didn't warn you of the risk? And this was again, this was a little while ago. It was like 17K at the time. Now, I don't want to be the guy that says who says that, all right, you need to how do you say, to blame everybody, right? To blame people for doing nothing. But I'm a big proponent of accountability, right? So like when you're doing your research on stuff, well, you know, when you're gonna buy into things, like do the research on it, right? So I'm not saying that people on the people, for example, on crypto Twitter that shield this, uh, you know, is completely their fault because at the end of the day, the consumer themselves didn't do the research on it and maybe lost money off YFI, right? Because I'll tell you, bro, I saw a lot of people shilling this shit at 30,000, $40,000, and they said they were holding it. And to me, it's just like, bro, like, what's wrong with you? And at no point at all there was at no point at all did anyone say, "Yo, maybe you should relax a little bit," or you know, like no point at all did they tell the people who are following them, like, you know, I don't know what I'm looking for here, but like, it just seemed very disingenuous to me that, and this isn't just Wi-Fi, by the way, that they do this with. It's just that like that they constantly shill like, certain coins or certain projects for like a shitload of time, and then once they sell out, they just stop talking about it, right? But they're going full force all the way through. So you can have people that join in on the tail end of things just because of your shit. And I'm not saying that it's the person's fault who's shilling it, you know, fully, right? I'm just saying like if you really fuck with the people who follow you, or you know, people who appreciate your content on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, like maybe give them like a little heads up, like, hey, you know, I don't know, like give them some sort of heads up, bro. Like this shit went nuts. Like it literally went from. Let me see if I can go back here. It went from okay, here we go. I think it was like $1,000 at some point. I don't think it's gonna show it here. Oh, it is, yeah. It went from $1,000 in July all the way to 30,000, 40,000, I guess, in September, right? So that was like a 2 month run up, right? And dude's telling people at 40K, yo, this is great, you know, like I'm holding this bag for the long term. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, because they are constantly like, you know, adding things to it and whatnot. But as far as I'm concerned, it's the kind of thing that's like, I don't know, man. It's not the kind of thing that I would just go ahead and throw like a huge chunk of your portfolio into. Because at the end of the day, let's say the guy who made it, for example, right? The, like smart guy, I'm sure, very smart guy. I mean, he's continuing to add to it every day, right? Like if you look at his social, you can see even today there was a new proposal, as you can see. Let's take a look here to create additional Y vaults that would farm uni, right? Join the discussion here, blah blah blah. You know, so these guys are constantly developing, but at the same time, the way they develop is through production, I guess is what they call, right? I need to find his name is Andre. But he tests through prod, right? So I test in prod. So the way this guy makes contracts or pretty much innovates, I guess you could say, he makes the contract first, releases it on like the main chain, and it's open. It's pretty much open field for anyone to join in and to start, you know, using it. Mind you, this is the kind of stuff where like you want to make sure, and you don't want to make sure, but like this is the kind of stuff that you would want to be audited. If you're using YFI or if you're using any of these decentralized protocols, you at least want to hope that some piece of it was audited from some reputable crypto company, maybe, or crypto project, or at least was like the bugs were tested out of it. Because, for example, he released something else the other day. Well, you know what? Okay, that's the thing. I guess you can't even say he released, but sorry, I guess you can't even say he released, but like he came out with a different protocol the other day, and I think he went to sleep, or whatever. Okay, here we go. Okay, we can just talk about it here. All right, all right. Here we go. Okay, so let's get into this because this is gonna relay back all the way back to Wi-Fi, and why I have an issue with it. But let's just talk about this real quick. So, Andre, the same guy who made Wi-Fi, finished the concept behind their new economy for a gaming multiverse. Eminence is what they call it. As per his usual methodology, he deployed the staging contracts on Ethereum so they can continue developing on it. Now, again, right there, he deployed the staging contracts on Ethereum so they can develop on it. They have test nets for a reason. Why didn't he use a test net? I mean, I don't. These are like just questions that I'm putting out there for people to answer. Why didn't he use a test net? You could easily use a test net. They have test ether that you can't. If you lose, it doesn't matter because it's not worth anything. And he did here say that they're staging contracts. So those they weren't fully in production. Like you could use them, but like they weren't ready to be released technically. So why did you release it? You know. Number two, Eminence is still at least 3 weeks away. So when you release the staging contract, the actual release was still 3 weeks away. All right. Now, these contracts nor the ecosystem are final. Yesterday alone, you will notice I deployed two separate batches of the contracts. This is my usual test in prod process. Number four, we started releasing some of the art teasers to showcase all the different clans in game on Twitter. Um, and hold on, let me touch on this real quick. Number two over here. He deployed two separate batches of contracts uh, with his usual test and prod process. So again, just saying that he usually the way he does things, he will deploy the contract on the main net first, and then just work on it from there, right? So I don't think he ever made like an official announcement that like he never made an official announcement that this stuff is ready. But people know his Ethereum address, I guess, at this point. Like, so when they see that address, I guess you could say, since it can deploy new protocol, then like they can see it. You know what I mean? Like, there's Etherscan. It's public, right? So then he said we posted the first clan Spartans, and it went to bed. Around 3 a.m., I was messaged awake to find out almost $15 million was deposited into the contracts. A, B, the contracts were exploited for the contracts were exploited for the full $15 million. And C, 8 million was sent to my year-end deployer account. You can't make this shit up, bro. Like, and then he has the balls to say the exploit itself was a very simple one. Mint a lot of EMN at the tight curve, burn the EMN for one of the other currencies, and then sell the currency for EMN. All right, so let's backtrack real quick. This dude deployed staging contracts. He said, "All right, I'm gonna go to bed." 3 a.m. He gets a call from the homie or something wakes him up, and he notices, "Oh shit, $15 million worth of worth of Ethereum is deposited into my contract." No, he didn't even have time to realize that because by the time, damn, bro, that means 15 million. Okay, people like you and I, or I'm sure people who had maybe more time in their hands went on to this, like, found out that this guy deployed the contract. They went ahead and deposited up to $15 million worth of crypto onto it, and it was hacked like almost right away. This is the problem with greed. This is the problem. Like this is like to me, this is like a multi-party problem. This isn't just Andre's problem. I feel like it's both, right? Like, okay, okay, so let's just start off with Andre. Andre, like, bro, like there are test nets for a reason. You use them to test. Okay, testing in prod, testing on the main net. I got a little text. Testing in the main net, like why? Like especially if it's like you're some sort of public figure at this point. You know that people have made a lot of money off YFI. Like, and you don't think that people are going to try to take advantage of like the new like the new contract that you just deployed? Come on, dude. Like the thing to me that seems very, and I'm gonna use the word again, disingenuous to me, is that like I feel like he's playing like the victim here, right? Like he's like, I just do what I usually do. Like, I never told anyone to do anything with it. I just put it up. It's like, bro, it's not that. It's just like it's having the forethought or like the foresight to think, yo, maybe some people will end up putting Ethereum into this and losing it. You know what I mean? Like, did that thought must have gone through his head. I'm sure the guy is not an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, how do you let something like that slide, bro? I don't get that. Like, that's why, to be honest with you, I think he did it on purpose. I honestly think this guy, the reason why he tests in prod is because he knows people will deposit their Ethereum in it to test it out for him. I'm sorry. That's what I think. I honestly think that that's the case. You can argue it all day. I think that's just the case. And maybe he's just in denial about it. People, because we'll look through other tweets. I don't think he was sorry about this shit at all. He didn't give a fuck. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but I do want to see what he said. And then on the people side, right? The people who put money into the contract itself, like, bro, what are you doing? $15 million, like the crazy thing too is that it wasn't like a lot of people that put money into it. like a lot of people and a little amount each person. Like I saw people say that they legitimately lost like hundreds of Ethereum, like literally hundreds of Ethereum. They lost it, right? Again, and mind you, this is like you retweeted the Marines clan teaser before the hack and you went to bed, right? So like you have these people who are willing to put thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars into an unaudited contract that was never announced by the creator itself and was just released. How like how how greedy can you get, bro? Like, listen, I'm greedy, bro. I'm human. I'm greedy, but like at the same time, like I'm not gonna. I don't know, man. It's just like that's why to me it's a multi-party problem, right? It's not just Andre's problem. It's these people too. Do the research, bro. And sometimes you don't even have to do the research to know that you shouldn't throw hundreds of thousands of dollars into something that is unaudited, that was just deployed, that no one's talking about just yet because no one knows about it. Like, no, dude. Like, come on. Anyways, and then top it all off, whoever the hacker was, whoever they were, they sent $8 million to to Andre's deployer account, the Yearn deployer account. So essentially, what it looks like to any outside viewer is that Andres deployed this contract without telling anybody, knew that people were going to put money into it, and then as soon as they did, he yanked that shit and then gave half of it to him and kept half of it for himself. That's what it looks like. And this dude was getting death threats, like straight up. Like, here, if we take a look here, where is? Oh, did he not? Hold on, let me see something. I know he said it somewhere. Let me take a look because he said himself that he was getting death threats and everything. Oh, maybe he deleted it. Yeah, I think he deleted it because this is the only reason why he ended up giving. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So as I'm receiving a fair amount of threats, I've asked Yearn Treasury to assist with refunding the 8 million to the hackers sent. The multi-sig is safer, and as such, I feel more comfortable with having them having funds. Funds will be returned to holders pre-hack snapshot. So pretty much, so he decided to go ahead and refund whatever whatever amount that he got, $8 million looks like, into the people who got hacked. And obviously, not everyone got all their money back because he only got 8 million and 15 million was hacked. But notice something here. He said, because or as I am receiving a fair amount of threats, I have asked your treasury to assist with refunding the 8 million. So to me, it just sounds like the only reason why this guy even ended up doing this type of refund or whatever is because he got death threats. Come on, bro. Come on. Were you gonna keep that? If people weren't threatening you, you're gonna keep it anyways. I mean, like, nah, dude. Like, I don't know. To me, this is not the kind of guy you want. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's going on, Vlad, man? Good evening, brother. Good evening. We were just talking about some YFI drama. YFI drama. Oh, look, Jeff Kurtalikis. This guy's from Uptrend. Amazing we live in a day and age where you're expected to pay for people's gambling loss. No website, no code, no info. Your pinned tweet is a disclaimer. Your bio is a disclaimer, and people fully know you're deployed unpolished code. It's time people took personal responsibility. So this is my issue, dude. It's like to me, there should be accountability on both ends. You know, it sucks, man. Uphold or link to. Wait, let me take a look here. I can't see that. You said uphold or link to. Uphold isn't uphold the actual exchange, right? Let's take a look, man. Let's take a look. Because I mean, I'm pretty much done with Wi-Fi. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with it. Let's take a look. You said uphold, right? Yeah. No, I'll finish Wi-Fi in a little bit actually, because I think I was gonna talk about it in a second. Wait, uphold? You mean are you talking about the exchange? I don't think uphold is a token, is it? Are you? I feel like uphold might have one, but I don't think that's what it's called. Wait, why isn't this working? Wait, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if I can type this in. Uphold coin. All right, here we go. Yeah, uphold the coin, right? Let me see. Okay, well, hold on. The exchange itself. So I don't even use Uphold. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Like I use Coinbase, and Gemini. Yeah, exactly. Or Link to, right? Yeah, I'm taking a look at it now. So like But I have heard some good things about it. I mean, I think doesn't it have a credit card now or a debit card? I mean, because I was actually gonna get it, but then I realized, wait a second, I have to be in the UK to use it. So that's the issue with living over here, man. I can't like there's no feasible way for me to get any type of crypto related debit card. Why? I have no idea. No idea, dude. And the link to private investing made simple. Here, I should probably actually put this over on the screen. My bad. So it looks like you're talking about this and Uphold. Okay, so just starting off with Uphold itself. Yeah, so again, Uphold, I don't use it myself, but from what I've heard, it's pretty solid. I think actually, if you have Brave browser, you can actually link it to that account, and you can just go ahead and use it straight from there. But the thing is, oh, here we go. Here, look, here you go. Perfect. Okay, so they compare Uphold and dude, Robinhood is trash. If any of you use Robinhood for crypto, smack yourself, bro. Like, no, Robinhood is booty, straight up. You can't even transfer your coins out of Robinhood, by the way. Coinbase. So it looks like they're pretty much comparing themselves to Coinbase over here. They have a lot more currencies than Coinbase does. Digital currencies, they have a lot more, of course. Metals, oh, Uphold has oh, interesting. A lot more trading pairs, as you can see, and a bunch of networks. The problem with, okay, and this is not a knock towards Uphold, by the way, this is just me. The problem I have with crypto now is that I've given my information to so many different people. I don't want to keep giving it. You know what I mean? Coinbase has my shit, Gemini has my shit. I might as well just put it on my Facebook and people can just make an account for me on any platform. Like I can't, bro. But Uphold definitely looks like a solid choice to you to put crypto on. Honestly, like if I didn't have coin, if I hadn't given my information to anyone, like Coinbase, Gemini, whatever, I probably would have been using Uphold. Brian Armstrong's bugging out over there at Coinbase, bro. And the Linkto private investing. Honestly, I don't know anything about Linkto. But I will take a look at that. Oh, look, they're on Uphold. Very interesting. Download our app now. Yeah, I'll take a look at the Linkto, bro. Thanks for thanks for giving me that idea. But I did want to finish off YFI. Again, thank you, Ladder. I really appreciate it, bro. Okay, YFI. So this guy, so Jeff Kurdakis, the guy who pretty much runs Uptrend, Uphold, same thing. Um, he essentially said that there should be no liability on developers for putting up like pretty much just raw code, and having people lose money off of it. I don't believe that's the case. I think there should be accountability on both sides. I mean, I'm sure everyone does, but like, you know what I mean? There should be a certain amount of accountability on both people's ends, right? If you're into DeFi and you're interested in yield farming, lending, all that stuff, like yeah, like obviously the research is key, especially in this space, because like although, and I was just mentioning like, I hate giving information to these people and I have to trust them with it. Like at the end of the day, real life terms, and like in terms of like today, right? In terms of like actual safety and what have you, like it's a lot safer to have your crypto in a company that has some sort of feedback than just some random code that someone puts up on the internet. I'm sorry, it is. Like I hate to say it, but it's true, right? And this guy was a great example, right? Like there should be accountability on both ends, all right? Developers should not be fucking putting up like code that you can use on the main net when they know it's a test and they know that people could potentially lose money off of it. Like, just don't like use the test net. Why else is there like three or four test nets, right? I mean, come on, dude. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. So to me, it's both. Okay, consumers, please be a little bit smarter. Developers, don't be such a dick, bro. Like, come on, like. And to me, this was very like what Jeff said. I think it was very one sided. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe he just put it up at the spur of the moment because people were getting tight. But like, I don't know. I don't agree with that. And then kind of touching on why YFI might have lost some of its value. Let's look at liquidity, bro. Liquidity has been dwindling like crazy. I mean, like at its high, it looks like we hit let's hit all. Right at its high, we had around what 75 million dollars in liquidity, 85 million. Now we're sitting at 9 million, so it's about a tenth of what it was. So people are not really as interested in it anymore. you know, as with a lot of these protocols, man, like when you get into it at first, man, like rates are amazing, especially when you're like lending and kind of yield farming essentially. But after a little while, after everyone gets into it, it's not as good. I kind of want to see if we can compare the prices to this, to the liquidity and the actual price itself. Let's take a look. So it looks like liquidity really spiked up in the 27th, right? So let's take a look at YFI in the 27th. Here we go. YFI in the 27th. Let's take a look. I'm very interested to see this. Okay, here we go. So the 27th was a day that a shitload of liquidity got pumped into Wi-Fi. As you can see, the price boomed, like boomed. And don't get me wrong, it boomed from over here too, back in August 15th. But like 27th, it boomed. So you could kind of say liquidity has some sort of correlation to the price. And even if we're looking at the 15th, right? Like it went from, honestly, yeah, dude. Like look at this. So the first time it really pumped up, August 15th, right? It went from $4,000 to 15. Oh my god. In just a couple days. Same thing here, bro. 15th, 14th, there was $300,000 of liquidity. And next day, 2 million, right? And of course the price went up quite a bit, right? So like I don't know, I'd be careful with some of this stuff, man. Again, that's why like I'm not too salty about missing out on this stuff because I just don't have the time to do the research on it, you know? Like I wish I did. Don't get me wrong. I really wish I did have the time to do research on this stuff. So, I would love to get in some of this stuff, of course, when it's early. But at the end of the day, bro, it's just like this isn't the stuff you want to put all your all your crypto holdings into, you know. And don't get me wrong, this isn't the only coin that's dumped since what? Since mid-September. Like they're like most of the altcoins have been dumping. It's just that like I'm sure a lot of people who bought YFI have no idea why they have it. You know what I mean? That's my issue. I think a lot of people have cryptos like that. So yeah, I guess that doesn't make too much of a difference. But anyways, I was just wanted to get my thoughts on that. Looks like Ripple has been on a tear. Holy shit. What happened to Ripple, dude? We should take a look at the price action. Whoo! Ripple went from 23 cents in the fourth today to 24 cents. Okay. It's only up 6%. Bro, Ripple's bugging out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the spikes in prices, bro. And this is a rank 4 rank 4 coin. So one thing I want you guys to keep in mind with Ripple, the reason why I personally do not have any of it, something cool that CoinMarketCap added recently. Oh, well, let's go back here. Is the actual percentage of the coin that's available, right? Circulation, I mean, sorry. Dude, what is CoinMarketCap doing? There we go. So you see Ripple right here, right? Dude, not even half the bar is full, meaning that not even half the supply of Ripple is like in circulation. I'm pretty sure the team holds most of it. And that to me is just a no-go. I don't know. Like, number one, it's a banker coin. All right, number one. So already you lost me. I'm sleeping. You lost me. And then the audacity for these bozos to hold half the supply. Come on, bro. Bugging out. They are bugging the hell out, dude. Like definitely not. No, no, bro. And Theta. Ooh, Theta. Uh Yo, Theta. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Theta. They've been killing it quite recently. And for the most part, man, I mean, oh my lord, look at the price hike from 6 cents to wait, what? Dude, Theta went from 6 cents. Oh, that was in March though. But to almost 80 cents, dude. That's quite a lot. It's almost 10x. A couple months. Beautiful, bro. Although I got an issue with Theta, bro. I got an issue. I might make a video about it at some point, but I might as well just talk about it anyways. So the issue I have with Theta is that, and I'm actually specifically talking about the platform, not talking about the coin, which it probably has something to do with it anyways, is that you can't live stream on Theta, like willingly. Like on Twitch, you can just go on Twitch and you can go ahead and just, fire up a live stream and you're good to go. Pretty much, like you can make an account and just start streaming right away. Well, with Theta, you actually have to like request like a key of some sort. So like the other day, I was trying to find out how to do it, and I went to help and FAQ. Right over here. Nope, I did not. I went to actually support. What is that? What is that? Oh my god. That's a Discord app launch. Ah, jeez. Well, the point is that I was somewhere on Theta's website yesterday, and I was looking through like the FAQ and how to like actually join it and whatnot. And Yeah, dude. Data Guardian, no, this is different. Um, and like they make it so complicated. Like you essentially need to have like a and at this point specifically, you need to have like some sort of like channel whether you're talking about crypto or something else. I think that's like not related to gaming, I think at this point. Um, and then they'll give you a streaming key potentially. But you need to make a video on it on having them give it to you and whatnot. Like you need to jump through hoops to actually get a streaming key to start live streaming on Theta. Which to me doesn't make any sense, dude. Like I don't know. I feel like you're really just cutting out the accessibility of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go through all that just to start doing that. And not to mention, apparently, from what I understand, like you need to fulfill requirements to even keep your streaming key on Theta. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I'm honestly not really a fan of it at all. Um, I thought it was gonna be something cool that we could. Here we go, become a streamer. All right, here we go. Find it. Something cool that I could do on the side, but nah, bro. Like, look at this. All right. The following is not acceptable from Theta TV streamers. And by the way, this when I saw this, it turned me off right away. Hateful speech, harassment, illegal activity, threats. Some of this is pretty obvious. Low effort. What is this? Look, what is this? This is not acceptable. Low effort, not in good spirit content. What does that mean? Is what I'm doing right now low effort? I'm just sitting here like a lump on a log and just talking. This is pretty low effort. This isn't taking a lot of effort for me. So would I be kicked off of Theta for doing this? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? I don't get that. So I wasn't a fan of that about Theta. And then, oh my God, a few examples. Streamer blah 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 is watching paint drying on stream. What's their stance? That is a show. I see. So I think what it is, it's like it's really they're looking for interaction with the live stream and the audience. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, listen, I get that. You know what I mean? Like, I like when people hop on this thing, like, it's not that many people doing it. Like, I love speaking with them. Like Vlad over here, this man joined a little while ago. He asked me to talk about something real quick. I spoke about it. Like, I'm all about that. Um, but like, dude, I think they're taking it to another level, right? Like, come on, bro. It's just I don't know, man. Like I not to mention like I like just chilling, bro. Some people like to just chill and just talk. You know what I mean? And some people just like having people just chilling and talking like on the background. Even if they're talking, yeah, even if they're not talking about much. Like my bum ass, I ain't talking about anything. But it's whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So to me, that's why I think Theta is kind of bugging out. Will I be live streaming with Theta anytime soon? Definitely not. Not at all. Um, I guess I'll just stick to YouTube. The reason specifically why is because I wanted to start live streaming Left 4 Dead because I do like Left 4 Dead the game. But like I don't want to do it here on YouTube because my channel has nothing to do with gaming besides the Central End, which seems like people kind of like. Um, Besides that, like that's it, dude. That's really it. So I don't know. I would say for the most part, like I'm just gonna stay on YouTube. Library for sure. Like if library gets some sort of like streaming, that'd be amazing. Like that's what I'm waiting for, bro. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm active here on YouTube because like it's like you get rewarded for being active here, of course. Like being interacting with your subscriber base and all that stuff. Like it's like interaction is rewarded in the algorithm. But like at the same time, dude, like I don't know, man. Like library doesn't really library doesn't reward you for being active with your uh user base as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't think responding to comments, liking comments and whatnot have anything to do with the algorithm on library. Um and it honestly the problem too with library I noticed is that like there's gonna be so many different skins on library, like Odyssey, for example, that no one's really gonna know like what algorithm to tell their video to. Um, maybe that's a good thing. So people have to literally just do regular content and not have to worry about visibility. But I don't know, it's neither here nor there. But either way, I think I'm gonna end things off here for the night. Again, just wanted to get on here real quick, just talk about stuff. I feel like all my live streams have been around 45 minutes long, which is pretty solid, I would say, pretty solid. But again, thank you guys for tuning in, and all you guys who tuned in for the live stream. I really appreciate it. Anyone who tuned in after the fact or watched you somehow find this video on the YouTube search. and you're watching me now, I really appreciate it, bro. I really do. Um, so with that being said, I guess hit that subscribe button if you're not subbed. And comment down below something funny, and I'll respond to you. I promise you, I'll respond. I swear. I don't care what it is. I'll respond to you. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be out for the night, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.